I left the gate unlocked.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
They let themselves in.
Well, I mean, you'd think, even just the gate, but like, there's the building and no doors or anything open on the building.
Yeah.
Their
Call the
mother-
meeting to order.
their mother's like, "Oh, I put that
Do a
in
roll
the
call.
thing."
Brendan Bunger,
Here.
Tyler Evans,
here.
Julie Lyon,
Here.
Larry Vandervoort,
Here.
Matt Watnick.
Here.
Don and Jared are both present. Approved agenda, special session, 08/24/26. There's nobody that wants to add anything or change. Everything looks good. Need a motion to approve that.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion from Tyler, second.
I'll second.
Second from Matt. All those in favor say
I.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, move on. Public time. Nobody here on public time. We move on. The reports and other business. Review and approve 911 ad for 9/11, right? Ad for the 25th anniversary.
So most of the time when we do the ads, I just do that small signature one, the $25 one to support the different things. I didn't know if we wanted to do one of the bigger ones since it's the 25th anniversary or just regular.
Is there a?
There's no mock-up until we
Oh.
approve it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, I didn't know if there was like any examples that there were in the past. I guess I don't. I've never seen them. But
Yeah, I mean, it's not a big fee here, I guess.
Yeah.
We just want to do the double signature ad.
Yeah, the $45 one. Yeah, that sounds good.
I got a motion on that.
I'll make a motion.
Julie made a motion for the
I'll second it.
double signature ad at $45. And I got a second from Larry. All those in favor say aye.
I.
Those opposed, same sign. Okay, review and approve postpone resolution number 9/2026 adopting safe streets for all SS 24 comprehensive safe action plan. So I don't think we have to worry about that. We get stuck in a box on this. We got full council. Do we want to look at, whereas we need stuff and help us get grants and.
And there's no cost if we don't do anything, but if we do improvements, then they're kind of listed, right?
And then any grant that we're gonna have to go for, it's just gonna be like anything, we're gonna have to have a resolution. Even look into it, so. Anybody have any?
Yeah, and if they have suggestions that we don't agree with, we don't have to do them. Okay.
I really think it's worth entertaining. I mean, we can maybe hopefully get some digital signs out of this, speed limit signs out of it. That'd be kind of nice,
We can definitely use them.
Mhm.
I gotta ask the city of Howard why they took theirs down.
Maintenance,
What's that?
for the maintenance.
I wonder.
Mhm.
I need to call them and ask them. Cause I noticed both of them, well, two of them are down. And I know the last time I talked to them, they said they're expensive to maintain, but
Problem is, you can put all you want out there and then either they're gonna abide by the speed limit or they're not. You know?
Right.
yeah, the only thing I like is it will record the speeds of people.
And we have something to go back to the sheriff's.
The
report.
sheriff's report going like, look, this is how many speeders came into town at these times,
Right.
You're not catching anybody.
and you're not catching anybody.
well, they're not just speeding on the main drags anymore. You used to see them come by my house.
It's everywhere.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
everywhere.
Like I said, a speed limit sign, just a suggestion anymore.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
That's my stop sign too. That's a suggestion sometimes. But, well, that being said, we want a motion to approve this. Either motion or we just move on.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, we get a motion from Matt. We want to make a second on this.
I'll second it.
Second from Larry. Okay. All those that approve, say aye. All those opposed, same sign. Okay. We'll move on to review and approve postpone renewal of Access Systems printer service agreement.
That one, they still don't have the agreement, but they gave me the prices that would take place in January. 283.80 a month.
And that's basically just for them to maintenance our printer.
Maintenance and,
Good ink.
Probably send me.
and then so many copies. If we go over copy,
It's so much per.
Yeah.
Is that their printer or is that ours?
that's ours.
Okay.
Cause that was the cheaper route. Just buy it outright.
So you think this is a pretty good deal to go with that? Is it?
Like we went around and around on this a couple times,
Mhm.
checking into it, so. Yeah, no, I'm good with it. I'll make a motion.
Okay, motion from Tyler. Do a second.
I'll second it.
Second from Brendan. We'll call on this one. Bunger,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
Line,
Yes.
Andy Bore.
Yes. Yes.
Motion approves. Okay. Approve letter of engagement to Sean Fish and Company Incorporated to begin 2024-2025 city audit on October 21st.
Oh, that's right.
That's pretty much the date they gave you to do it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so I'll make a motion.
Motion from Julie,
I'll second.
second from Matt. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay. Motion approved. Move on to item E, department budget review plan for fiscal year 2027.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so it does look a little different than the one I first gave you. Because I had to add the audit money, the potential cost of that, and then the annual review, that cost as well for the finance office, so that went up 30,000. And then highway and streets, we can still play with that one a little bit. Pete, is any of that, the 100,000 that you asked me to budget, is any of that for like water main breaks or sewer line stuff? That's just,
It's just for repairs,
okay.
patchwork.
And slurry seal. Is that part of that 100 or do we need to
No,
figure?
That's another 100, if you wanna do that again.
Have they done it yet this year?
Should be
Yeah.
coming shortly.
You probably, I wasn't here last meeting, so you may have already answered this, but when you highlight them, is that money we have yet? Or-
Yeah, and that color is just so I can coordinate it down below when I spend it.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the slurp money.
Yes.
And that'll be spent this year.
Okay, and then how does that work on the property taxes? Can you-
That one, we haven't got the estimate from the county yet.
Oh, okay,
So that is still blank and that should be coming
Okay.
mid-September. So before we pass the appropriations, we'll have that amount, but I
okay,
just went off of the numbers that we're going to get this year for
okay.
that at the moment.
Is the slurry seal a comparable option to chip seal?
That's what we've been trying to.
Is that what
I
we're
think
kind
this
of?
way just because it's,
A slurry seal will be a little thicker,
Yep, I do know that.
so you're gonna get a little bit more wear surface.
Mhm.
Does
Does it fill in all those little cracks though?
No,
it will immediately over time.
over time.
But it won't.
But-
It won't completely seal it off.
No.
As that
Chip,
slurry
Yep.
layer starts to degrade, I guess.
or as the road moves, it's just gonna reflect through it.
Gotcha. Okay.
But same thing with chip seal.
Right. So, okay, I'm just trying to understand the major difference between like a chip seal and the slurry seal. I know we're trying the slurry seal. I definitely think the slurry seal helps our situation here a little better because we do have bigger patches, bigger cracks. areas where they're just completely,
Well, that,
Falling
and
apart.
so like a chip, you know, basically you just spray oil.
Yep.
Cover it in rock.
Yep.
So if there's a little, you know, as the cracks progress, they kind of curl.
Yep.
Well, a chip seal is going to follow that curl. You won't ever fill that in.
Yeah.
The slurry seal
we'll fill that in.
will fill it in because they're essentially almost paving with liquid.
Yeah.
Liquid and rock.
But wasn't that slurry seal, I'm trying to refresh my memory,
It-
it was a little bit cheaper than this,
There's a little more,
it was a little bit more, was it?
than-
Okay.
But- but you're gaining a little bit extra wear surface.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of roads, they call them blotter sealed roads. Literally all it is a gravel road that they keep chipping every year. And over time it just builds up and you get your asphalt. Well, essentially with that 7-year plan, we're going to be essentially doing the same thing with our streets. The more we put on top, the thicker the asphalt's going to get. It just,
Yeah.
you know, our roads are so far gone.
Yeah, that's the problem.
But if we could seal them up for a winter or two, because I guess I haven't driven around and look at the stuff we did last year. Has that reflected through yet? It has.
Yeah, so like in front of my house where they slurry sealed, it's, the rock is
Yeah.
starting to come out.
You can see the cracks and the little bit of gravel or the
Yep.
mixture that they mix
Yes,
with
the
it.
mixture that's starting to kind of break free a little bit, I guess you could say, and you
Mhm.
look in like side of the, or couple spots on the street where it's kind of built up after a heavy rain or whatever.
Yeah, and chip seals will do the same.
Yep.
We got one chip sealed road we wish we would have never chip sealed.
Yeah.
Because the rain comes, washes all the chips down the gutter,
Yep.
in the drain, into somebody's yard.
Mhm.
Oh, so it's stupid.
I don't know. I mean,
I guess, yeah, maybe do we need to talk about the chip seal or excuse me,
Slurry seal?
slurry seal, and if we want to continue that or?
We should decide if we want to do it next year again or not.
Right, so then we can get it into the budget here
Right.
for,
I mean, what's our other options though? I mean, how much time are we actually buying by doing it? I mean, are we buying anything?
that's just it. Or do we want to take that extra 100,000 that we spend on it and do more actual asphalt repairs?
you're talking, I mean, you're gonna do a block at a time
Right.
with $100,000.
And the problem is, you still gotta seal it eventually.
Yeah, you still gotta seal it eventually.
Yeah, I don't know what the right thing to do is, to be honest with you.
I don't either. We're never gonna get ahead.
If we do the patchwork again before the slurry seal, we'd be over budget on our ordinance page here. 'Cause that
How
was
much-
almost as much as the slurry seal.
It was about 200 total we had slated for it, I
Mhm.
think, wasn't it? Or for this year.
How much,
We're not gonna have that for next year.
Not
Find
according
out how
to
to
the
move money.
numbers, yeah.
how much of that edge are we gonna replace before or dig out and
It's been
fix it?
replaced.
It's been,
All the spots that,
it's
For
been
this year.
replaced.
Yeah, that costs 96.
Okay.
Well, there was a lot more to
Yeah,
it than that.
that was
We had
some of
a lot
that
other-
street
We had to
damage.
add in on
That
4th Street.
that
or-
big chunk on Fifth Street there was all
Yeah.
busted up.
Yeah.
That was a
I'm
big,
just,
big chunk there.
I'm with you, cause it's like, if it's already reflecting through, are we just wasting money? On a road that's not, it'd be one thing if we already had a well-established road, then we're
We're-
saving it.
where the problem comes in is if you don't seal those cracks somehow, you're gonna keep getting moisture under your road.
Yep.
And it's gonna only get worse. I mean, we spent $100,000 this year on fixing bad spots.
Mhm.
The question is how many of these spots that have been slurry sealed have we fixed yet? Or need to be fixed? Because I mean, we seal them up for a year or two. That's gonna benefit the life of the road, what's already there.
Yeah.
I mean, the roads are garbage no matter what we do to them. And, unless we come in and just have them mill them, turn them all to gravel and slowly pave them, that's about all. I mean, you gotta try to keep that water out from underneath of it. That's the biggest thing right now.
So what about going in there and putting tar in all those cracks.
There's too many.
Too many? You don't think we can do it?
No, no, you,
It's gone.
yeah.
Oh,
When,
If we wanted
It
to
When
kind
it's-
of
crack,
looked like a slurry seal
if we
after we're
wanted to
done.
crack seal, we could, there's some benefit if we would crack seal Main Street,
yes,
First Street, and Glen, because we just replaced them streets.
yes,
and
And
Fish
maybe
Street,
that block on Fifth Street or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the road surface is still there, you know.
it's
but
still, yeah, it's
the
still
rest of
good.
It's so alligatored out, you crack seal, and you'd be crack sealing the whole road.
You
Yeah.
couldn't do it.
So what, I mean, I'm just speaking of what would we look at it like? We mill grind like an inch out and put an inch back? I mean,
We gotta do 2, I think, is minimum, isn't it?
You do 2 inch.
It's still, it's too far gone.
A problem.
but I'm saying, are we doing the same thing as a slurry seal in time frame? At relatively the best, same cost. You know what I'm saying? And we're getting a little bit better of our surface.
For a few years. But how much, I think the coverage we get over that for that slurry seal, so the amount we do, I don't think you could touch with a 2-inch mill and a overlay. You know, because what are they charging us per ton? Wasn't it $140 a ton for mix? And grinding, I don't remember what that was, but it wasn't very cheap to grind over there and the couple spots in town.
What I'm saying, yeah, I mean, you're doing the patching, like, I mean, is it cheaper just like, yep, just go down and they're not moving the machine constantly and wasting time?
I don't know.
It wouldn't be cheaper. I mean, it would
Well,
cost
I mean, but I
more.
mean, it costs, like, if we did pay this section at a time. Almost, I know we're probably not gonna get the same amount of lineal feed slurry seal, but
Yeah.
do the same kind of concept.
Just do a block or 2 a year or something.
But I mean, that's basically what you'd be down to is about a block.
For 100.
Oh, I bet.
If we stick with the slurry seal, is it possible to get them to do like the patchwork on a Thursday, Friday, and then slurry seal Monday, so we don't have 2 mobilization fees?
That's
2 different companies.
Two different
Oh,
companies.
yeah.
Not even the same
Mm.
company.
The only thing we could do is whoever's awarded it, reach out to them and see if they'd give us a bid instead of using, is it Double H that we use?
Mhm.
Instead of using Double H. And see if they would want or entertain.
I don't think they would. The Aztec is doing it, the slurry seal, and they're just running everywhere. So
Yeah.
I don't think they're incorporating any like road fixing into it. Unless they've got another side of their company that would do that.
Well, I mean, they got a whole paving side too. You know, I mean, they're fairly big, but. Yeah, because it's been Aztec both years, hasn't it?
Yep.
I'm trying to think of what road they slurry sealed. Minnehaha County.
They just did this one north of town.
And I think they did going west out of town too, 5-6 years ago.
They wanted to do Colton when they were working right there, but we
Yeah.
didn't have our patchwork done.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I said, you're gonna have to wait. So that's why we're waiting on them.
I mean, that road surface out westing, horrible. I mean, you know, the cracks reflected through, but
But are we just ultimately, I mean, yeah, I know we're buying some time or whatever,
Right.
but are we just ultimately just throwing money away?
Right.
Every year.
That's kind of what I was getting at. Does it make sense to continue to do this, or is this just a 1 or 2, maybe a 3-year Band-Aid, and then the road just goes right back to crap again? Whereas if we would have just said, hey, you know what? Throw 100,000 at it and just do the whole block and then it's done. Problem that I see with that, and I'm sure Pete, you're gonna say the same thing, is there's so many different uneven road surfaces and heights in the crowns. How do you just do one block and then stop? And then tie into it the next year.
Well, that won't be a problem.
You don't think so? With some of these
Milling-
curbs
they're
that have
milling,
sunk?
they can
The,
mill.
the only thing, and I know it's gonna be a very unpopular subject, is a curb tax.
Yeah, that'll get tough,
Mm-hmm.
especially since we've never had one.
We tried once and we got shot down.
I mean, you can put it out to public vote and put out the benefits of it, or we just keep going the way we go.
The only thing I'm scared of with going one block at a time, and I'm not talking all the way around the square, I'm talking from street to street.
Yeah.
You know,
Not a square
Is-
block, just one
yeah,
section.
by the time you get 4 of them done, you have 6 other blocks now that are junk. And by the time you get those 6 done, everything else is gone.
Never be able to keep up doing that.
What would we have to and I'm just going back to, I'm not saying we're gonna go do this, I'm just exploring it out. What would we be looking at, like, per cost per, what were they looking at back then? Do you remember what it was?
For what?
Like a curb tax?
That was $1, I think,
Dollar
per
a foot,
linear foot.
per linear foot. And then it's just
Now
a
they-
frontage.
and that- But now it's as high as they could go at that time, but now I think it's unlimited. on a curb cut.
We're not gonna do that.
Right,
I mean,
but I'm just saying that, I think they changed the rules on that or whatever here in the last. 5
That's just
years or
only your
something.
frontage, that's not.
Dang, I'm on a corner lot.
Me
No,
too.
no,
Me too.
it'd be your frontage of your house, it wouldn't be both corners.
No, it's,
I don't think you.
I think it's linear foot of
They-
curb.
At that time, there was, if you had a corner lot, you paid double or whatever.
Yeah.
You paid
Yeah.
both
I mean, I
sides.
think you could write it up though, if we didn't want to do that. I mean, I don't care. I mean, I'm on a corner lot too, so I mean, if I have to do it, I have to do it, but Huh?
I'm on 4 lots.
you're on 4 lots?
yeah, but you're on, yeah,
Big. Yeah,
but,
it's
but,
not
but how
big.
long is it from start to finish?
It's a half block.
Yeah,
150 feet.
Actually, it might be more than a half.
More than that. I think you got more than a half
3/4
block
of
there.
it. Yeah.
I mean, what would we even generate in a year off that?
you would have to figure out how many linear feet of curb there is in town.
I mean, is it even worth it though?
It ain't gonna pay $100,000. It might.
I don't even have curb by my place. I want to build.
Oh, no. Oh, no, that'll be the first thing we have to do is put curb in.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, we can't just ignore the situation either though and hope that some of
know.
the money's gonna show up. Because if it's not here now, it's not gonna come later.
No.
No, it's a problem for sure. There's a lot of years where we didn't do anything. We didn't do.
Which
any
is
crack
where-
sealing or
yeah.
Well, now we're
chipping or
paying for it
nothing.
now.
Yeah, and we're paying for it.
Light years behind.
So what are we gonna do? Pass it on to the next generation? We'll say, sorry, you go to gravel roads?
I don't think people would be okay with that.
Mm-mm.
I'm
No.
not okay with that either though.
Well, we did it one time. We had it whatever year it was when I was on, when we did 5 blocks of chipping and sealing every year. But then we had like a 2 mil or something like that. And then after that, it just sort of stopped and hasn't happened since.
Unless we can find another cost-effective way of putting Band-Aid on stuff, I don't know.
Well, and that's the problem is, I mean, everything's
We're not
so
fixing
far,
anything.
everything's so
problem.
far gone.
And that's a hard thing to swallow right now is we're not actually fixing anything. We're spending $200,000 a year to put Band-Aids. on.
Band-Aids.
Yep.
You know, and the worst part is as soon as you pull, even if you did the full mill of the 4 inches, that's probably there. The base is shit.
Then that's what we talked about with Weston, I mean, everything that we're doing now is building a 50-year road.
Yeah.
Base. So like
But
when we did the storm sewer, it was unfortunate because half the road's a 50-year road and the other half's junk.
where the problem comes into play is if we don't take care of it. Like Pete said, Maine first, Glen fifth, they need to be crack sealed.
Yeah.
If you don't do it, they're gonna look just like this.
Right.
And we're not gonna get another grant to fix those ones because infrastructure's already in and done.
You know,
You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
gonna be all on us to fix it.
well, and the worst part is there's already settling in those roads.
Yeah.
You know, when it rains, you can definitely see
Oh, you can see the
exactly,
trench.
yep, you can see exactly where that trench is.
You know,
That's why I asked, like, we should leave it over winter one year. It helps. It ain't gonna solve it, but it helps. And they're saying, nope, that concrete stabilization, that fixes it. No, that just buys you time. Cause if the hole ain't packed, it ain't gonna matter what you put on top of it. It's gonna cave.
kind of carry.
Yeah.
Sooner or later.
Yep.
How many more
I mean, what are
years of
5.
projects do we have slated on our?
Right now,
Master.
we don't have any grants or anything that we're going off of right now.
After this one?
Mhm.
So,
But the problem is, I mean, I still want to keep looking into some stuff because it's like, yeah, but this projects that we will be doing, you know, that we even entertain is, you know, there's maybe some water line improvements, but I don't think there are really any grants out there for any of that either. So
there's no grants for resurfacing of roads?
No, you
None.
can't get any money.
Nothing.
Kind of
Zero.
why we've been doing the water mains, sewer mains, because they'll pay for, you know, so many feet of
To
road
redo
surface.
the road
So that's how we've
surface.
been getting the asphalt paid for.
Yeah, there's gotta be.
yeah, so
That's
yeah,
just-
I mean, if there was grants for resurfacing, I guarantee you it'd be a pretty competitive market.
Mm.
There's gotta be something out there. There just has to be. This whole safe streets thing, I would be curious if,
No, they'll just turn it to gravel.
it's not a safe street.
Gravel?
You maintain it. You can maintain and fix it a lot better than you can asphalt.
Well, maintaining it won't be cheap either.
No, but I mean, you can fix it.
Potholes everywhere. And
No, I know. We're not going to gravel. Let's just get that idea out of the head, but
Well, you can look at Lake County. They're a prime example. They have no money to fix their roads either.
I don't know. So it's either we got to figure out. Well, regardless, okay. The ultimate thing is slurry seal even worth it? So start there. I mean, it doesn't even matter if we try and figure out get another $100,000. Is it even worth spending the $100,000 and not doing anything on it?
I think it helps keep the road surface that's there together. Obviously, but again, it's the Band-Aid, right? Makes it look a little bit nicer, kind of holds it together for a time period.
But then our other
But
alternative, like Matt said,
Well,
is
we
even
can-
if we grind it all the way
we
down.
can chip seal and do the same thing, maybe not get quite as long
Right.
return on our buck, but it's cheaper too.
it's cheaper, but I don't think I felt like that slurry seal, even those areas where it was really starting to crack and there was, little pieces here and there, call it puzzle pieces, right? That slurry seal would ultimately kind of mold those together for a little while.
For a little
anyways.
while.
Right. It's going to hold them together for a few years, 2 years, whatever.
Well, which is why I'm not opposed to keep doing it
Chip seal
because
doesn't, right?
yeah.
That's not going to do anything.
No,
Second you put a plow over top of it, it's gone. You're going to rip
The
it
chip?
right out.
Yeah, it goes right into the grass.
Whereas a slurry seal, you can plow over that for several winters and it's probably not going to
Chips.
move.
chips last a long time too, but it's a quarter of the thickness.
Correct.
So I mean, yeah, I don't know. We're always told the whole reason why you chip seal is to keep the main asphalt from oxidizing. You're adding oil back to the original mat.
Yeah.
Well, there's no oil left in our mat, so I mean,
Well, yeah, we're not adding anything besides just literally putting a Band-Aid.
but where the slurry seal helps, like you said,
Yeah.
you molded all these pieces back together.
Mhm.
Well, if you can have a 10 by 10 area that's molded back together,
Yeah.
and when your 7-year turn comes back around, and now you're putting another 3/8 inch on top of that,
Mhm.
you're gonna now maybe take up another 20, 30 feet each direction.
Yeah.
I mean, it ain't a permanent fix,
No.
but
Longevity wise, slurry seal will last 3 to 5 years or not that long.
I think so. I mean, you're gonna see it deteriorate some. You know,
So in
you,
5 years, we gotta do it again, or 7 years or whatever.
yeah, it's gonna be a revolving door, just like chip seal.
Right, and you're saving the street though,
Yes.
provided you do this, otherwise we got all this damn maintenance, fixing the holes here and fixing the hole there. You know, if we did slurry seal, would we ever catch up?
I don't think you will. But the streets are in, like, if we get a bad frost year or whatever, I mean, we could spend $200,000 in street repairs like we did that one year. I mean,
Mhm.
you had them blowouts just everywhere. And
But-
I don't think the slurry seal will stop that. I think that's still gonna happen.
But if that slurry seal can seal the cracks, you might not have the moisture under that road to buckle it as bad.
Oh, right.
Is where the whole benefit comes in my eyes.
So I just kind of did a quick look. I'm just looking at curvage of what we had in Colton. Roughly they have about 140,000 feet. So I mean, if you just say you budgeted $2 off of that,
$2 a foot.
180,000 or 280,000
Where's that added to? Is that, do you pay
It's
that?
property tax.
Oh, it goes on to your property tax?
I mean,
And everybody's been bitching about property taxes going up. No, we wanna try.
I mean, so if you figured it as 75 foot average frontage 75,
75 to 100.
so $150 to $200 extra a year. I mean, it's not I know it's, like I said, it's not popular. I don't want to go down, but if we want to actually look at doing something, and I think the only way you can do it is we got to put it to a public vote.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure, we'd have to.
I wouldn't put that on us to vote on that.
Hmm.
I don't think we legally can anyways either with the tax, but.
Yeah.
I don't know, is that something we want to look, I mean.
Well,
How else are we gonna do this stuff?
But I mean, you're talking $300,000. Would that help, especially if that went straight to street repair?
That's what, I mean, that's what we'd have to use it
That
for.
would help a bunch. I mean,
It would.
And then we
factor that in.
still do our 100,000 on top of it.
Yeah,
But then do we switch gears? So if we implement that, then do we go straight to
Fixing-
scrapping the slurry seal and we're milling and putting a new blade?
But the problem is, like what Matt said though, is it's the base.
True. But what's 400,000 gonna get us if we have to redo the base?
nothing.
Yeah, I don't think you
Nowhere.
want to do that.
But-
The only way you can redo the base is if you're gonna, dig down and redo the water main or the sewer main.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think you just do that 2-inch grind and put just an overlay over it basically. And you
Two-
don't even have to do the whole road if you don't want to. What we did right out here when we did these 3 blocks is we just ground the edge and the intersections and then we just put a 2-inch mat over it.
Yeah.
But we ground the outside.
You just
so
get
that-
more of a crown in the
yeah,
road.
so that we didn't have a less
Mhm.
of a lip on
A full, you didn't do a full grind. It
we
was
just did a
just,
2-inch grind.
I mean,
on the
obviously
shoulder.
this doesn't fix this year's budget.
I
No,
think
but
you
do we want to
something
take a
like
year
that.
off and just do the correct seals on the?
That's what I'm thinking. Do we take this year money, move it to fixing what we have on
Try to get a quote for crack sealing the streets that
First and Main,
First Main, Glen.
and then maybe, I mean, like I said, I
Maybe,
just don't know. I mean, let's just put it this way. When I was talking with the guys from Krugs, this is a couple years ago, he's like, you guys got to do it. That's only, because there's just no way you guys can, I mean, Krugs does it. He's like, there's just no other way you guys can, how you can do it.
Well, we
I mean, it
better,
doesn't opt us out of paying. I mean, we still got to pay the damn thing too. You
Right.
know what I mean?
yeah,
we better do some crack sealing, that's for sure on this,
That's for sure.
The
But
newer-
do we
newer
want
roads,
to try and see if
one
we
way or
can?
another.
get a quote from somebody to,
We'll just set a dollar amount and we'll just tell them this is what we're gonna do. I just talked to that Brad Meadows from Road, whatever they are.
What do you got in there done right now?
You just tell me what you wanna
Well, I
spend
have
on
the
crack
slurry
sealing.
seal
And
and
we'll just
the
do it.
patchwork in there.
Okay.
So that makes this over.
Where's that at on this,
So,
this first page, this, yeah, this.
yeah, the first 2 pages. So at the bottom of that first one is the total appropriations. And then the next page is the total needs of finance.
Total needs of finance, so just the 638 and
And
total money
That's 2
budget
pages
is
of your meeting
So
packet.
we had 603 total available.
638.
And that's with the 200,000 for streets.
yeah, it's right here. in there.
Yeah, to the 242.
242.
460.
Right.
We don't have anything in here for the fire department yet either, right?
No,
No, because they didn't give that to me.
Shame on you.
Yeah, I can tell you what it'd be right now.
so we're over by 60,000
Oh, yes.
I know.
plus what fire department.
Five 71.
6,
36.
That would be the total. though.
6,
36, 521.
571.50.
It goes to 38, 106.
38.
106.
What is the total?
this is what this is, the 36,571. Okay,
Where?
right here.
Fire.
Okay.
But with the other things that we, like the fireworks and then the insurance and utilities, it'd be 38, 106.30.
You said 38, what?
106.
30.
For snow removal, is it gas or diesel that you use?
Diesel.
Okay.
How are we on cutting edges?
I think it'll be good this year.
Good
I just
deal.
Put a new one on the payloader bucket. I
Okay.
think the snow removal, I think they're okay.
The plow is okay.
Other than the
We do
the
10
little
minutes,
short
15
wing ones,
minutes,
but
just
they're not,
Six.
they're not that
Yeah.
expensive. So
They
And
tripled-
the ambulance, they
tripled in
haven't
price.
sent us a letter requesting. So we could keep it at 6,000 since they haven't sent us a letter. I've even called and asked them if they were going to.
yeah, they will, but.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll
But
go
usually
8,
here.
8. Do we have enough wiggle room or not? 6,
We're already over.
okay.
Oh, cut. Sure.
The economic development group,
Mhm.
let's see, we still got the 25K in there.
Mhm.
Still continuing to do that, or?
Yeah, they got a meeting next week with someone with the state to look at moving forward to the next phase on that, so.
Okay.
So
it's still alive?
It's still alive, yep.
Six.
So I haven't heard anything, and I haven't really asked anybody either for a while, but I
Because
figured
there's not really much to talk about right now.
I figured as much, but
They're just trying to find money to get the infrastructure in. It's pretty much what it is right now. And I think this is the last hoorah. You know.
Yeah.
If this doesn't work, it's, you know. It's unfortunate. Don't want to go back to being landlocked, but. I mean,
was it for a valiant effort?
you know,
Right.
about 900,000 to put the infrastructure in.
That's the streets, the sewer.
Yep, and then is making a new connection from the city to the new.
That'd be
They had to rip out that road on
Mhm.
Fourth Street and make all that new connection, raise all that up. So I mean, it is with that then too. I mean, that's about 200,000 right there.
Hmm.
I mean, so the development groups, taking fault on that. I mean, that one could have been, ultimately it's the same hand feeding the other hand. They could have went, so the city, hey, it's 200,000, make this connection. You guys want to make it, but still got to come up with cash yet too. So hopefully they'll know here within the next month. The next phase is.
Any biters on,
She's had a few people interested in the lots out there. So there's a lot of people interested in lots that want to buy the lots. I mean, I think if I said, hey, they're for sale, I guarantee you'd probably get 4 or 5 gone on the first day. They're open. But that doesn't sell all what we need to get the infrastructure in.
Mhm.
And who knows, there might be more out there that they don't know of either, but how do you
market that when it's not?
when it's not done and say, well, you
Yeah.
you put the cash up and then when it's ready, well, you can move in.
And not a lot of people can do that.
No.
First time home buyers or whatever, they're not gonna be like, oh yeah, I'll give you 50 grand for the lot or whatever we're gonna sell it at. But it doesn't work that way.
We haven't got a street to your house or sewer and water, so that's a little tough.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ground work that needs to happen out there.
Well, you gotta do mass grading and then
You gotta put in, a dry pond out there.
Yeah.
Which they talked about doing dry pond, wet pond. But to do a dry pond, you can put in a dog park or playground equipment, and if it floods, it floods,
Mhm.
which I've heard from most people, they'd love to have a dog park. You can let the dog run around.
And you can get grants for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, and then that's at no cost, I mean,
Great.
So what do we have in second and third penny?
Well, let's talk about second and third penny.
Because some of these
right here on
streets,
this.
some of these streets can come out of,
Because the municipality should close the second penny sales tax and apparently we're supposed to have a third penny sales tax and report its activities within the general fund because the law changed back in 2002. There we go.
2002.
And there's no restrictions on actually having a second and third penny.
That's all they're saying.
So it's all just general fund, really. So that's why it's not split out on this page.
So they're saying abandon second and third penny. So how do we go about doing that?
I think we just motion to close second and third penny into general
Move
fund.
it into the general fund.
And still generate the same.
Yeah, so we'll still have the same amount, it's just not separated out. I think if we wanted to pass, it's weird because it's a 1994 one that for minor rehabilitations, we could set aside a second penny, but it's weird because that was before the 2002 change. So I think that's what it used to be. We can always do the new law where we add increase or raise by a penny to set it, but we have to vote on it as a city. I don't remember what
to raise the
was.
sales tax.
Okay, go back to streets. So you got 244,000. Do you think it's gonna cost all that to chip seal?
Some of it's operating costs.
Well,
and
yeah.
I mean, well, yeah, okay, so some of
The
it's your
slurry
salary.
seal is 100,000 roughly, because that's a known quantity. We have to do so many.
Yeah.
or whatever.
Unless oil prices go way up.
And you said you did have that in there, right then? Okay, and then
And then
another
the-
100.
The 100,000 was just street repairs. But if we wanted to take that 100,000 slurry seal for next year and move it into a chips or into a crack sealing program,
I don't think you had that in there.
Well, I think we better maintain some
Yeah,
of
I
our
have
streets.
242,000. 42,000
Mhm.
was everything but slurry seal and
Maintenance.
Okay, so you
Miscellaneous
have
street repair.
200 budgeted for okay.
Street repair.
well,
Slurry seal and street repairs,
Yeah.
100 each. Okay.
Yeah.
So we just want to move.
We just need to decide, do we want to do a crack seal on like Main, First Street, Glen, some of the better streets?
Fifth
The
Street.
question is with that added,
Fire department.
yeah, so
If we decrease the ambulance back down to 6,000.
What was the fire department again?
36.
36,224.
Well, the actual number will be
Well,
38, 106.
Oh, okay.
That'll be the actual.
$95,983 we're over right now.
What do you have? 95?
95,000, basically 96,000 we're over right now. Over budget. So that only leaves us 4,000 for crack sealing, and that won't even get them in town.
No, that would give us 104,000 if we
That's crack sealing and
skip the asphalt repairs. Is what we were talking about. Skipping the asphalt repairs and taking the money and putting it all into crack sealing, First,
So,
Main, and Glen.
let's throw this out there. If we don't budget for asphalt repairs,
Yep.
but come next year, we have to say we have
Mhm.
a problem somewhere and we have to fix it. Do we have money to do that? Can we, without budgeting it, can we take a, what do they call that, where you supplemental?
I mean, it would take it out of our general fund that's in the bank. I would call it emergency fund.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, cause we got a decent amount in there.
Cause I mean, I could spend 100,000 right now in fixing the streets. I just fixed the worst of the worst spots. There's still plenty more spots we could go out today and fix.
Mhm.
You know, like there's right by Julie's house. I mean,
Yeah,
that
that
whole
one's
curb line
pretty-
there's
yeah.
tore up. There, it's all like that all over town.
Yeah.
I just pick the worst spots every year and just kind of try and.
Yeah.
But
No,
if we don't have the money, we don't have the money, and we're 96,000 short. So if we cut out 100,000 for this fixing the streets right now, our budget would be balanced. But then next year, we're probably gonna have to spend
Supplement.
20 or 40,000 to fix a few
Probably
spots.
appropriate money.
You know,
So-
if that's doable.
What's
Well-
the recreation
Can we
under
move
450 for 81.7? Is that pool and
General.
Yeah,
But
like
then
that
can we
pool,
turn around and
all
allocate it
pretty much any maintenance in the
repairs?
pool and
not this year?
salaries
No.
for
No.
park and rec, and
okay?
I mean, that's including the mowing and.
Chemicals.
Gotcha.
Well, for repairs at the pool, can
Okay.
we use that money that's in the account that they fundraised or stuff like
Which
that?
we already did, we appropriated that.
we used some of it already. And then have they dye tested that yet?
Yeah, they
They didn't
didn't really dye test. They went around and dye tested all the strainers, skimmers, basically. They didn't get in the pool and do any cracks or anything,
Oh,
which they told us they were all leaking, which we already knew that. But
pay for something we already knew. I thought they were gonna get down and
do the actual
That's what I thought
cracks.
too. Look at cracks that didn't get fit, they didn't fix and check
see
them.
if they're actually a leaking crack or just a crack.
But
Which
what
they're
we
probably
did,
not leaking crack anyway.
what the fixing we did go to the pool made a difference. Like,
Yes,
it
yeah.
truly made a huge difference.
Is there less to do next year? Or you think,
All the filters need to be.
The filters are the thing that we got the 2 new filters in Thursday.
Yeah.
But when we went to pull the sand out of them, the sand is hard as a rock in them filters. So they're really not even filtered anything.
Oh.
And the other 3 are the same way. So I told him to get a quote on what it would cost to replace the other 3.
Yeah.
So I think that we should probably try and do that this year,
How often do we flush those?
every week, once a week,
Oh.
back flush them. So,
And your beds are that tight, hard, that you can't get
well, it's
anything
like
through 'em?
concrete in there.
Really?
It doesn't mean it has been done.
But the problem probably is it's sand. It's the
Yeah.
same sand that was in there when I started back in 2010. I think probably need to every 5 years or whatever replace the sand and the filters instead of just leaving. Because all I was doing just adding sand. Because when you back flush a
Yeah.
filter, you lose some sand. So every year, whatever, I'd throw some more sand in there, and I never actually took all the sand out.
Yeah.
And I think that's something.
So,
we'll
okay,
have to do.
back to the streets here. If we cut out $100,000 for the slurry seal, we don't do that,
Do repairs or crack seal.
then we'd be down to about 104,000 for repairs or crack seal. But that means all these little extra expenses that come along through the year, we have $5,000 reserve fund.
I don't know other way we're gonna have to do it.
Yeah, we got to come up with $100,000 somewhere to balance our budget.
Yeah, and I don't know how much we'll gain on property tax, probably not nearly enough.
Like I said,
I think we're running behind if you're looking at the website on the sales tax. It ain't what it was last year.
everyone's down, the only one that's up is Crooks. They're up like 100 and some odd %.
So, I mean, that's
How?
probably the right option is to cut,
Buildings
slurry
get put
seal.
up, but
and then next year we'll
get paid
decide,
on that too.
can we do, what do we need to do for street repairs, if any? Maybe we could push that off another year and just focus on crack sealing and see what the balance is. And if we have a bad spring and we have to do a bunch more, then we'll have to reallocate some funds, I guess, to pay for the street repairs.
But the only option we really have.
Because by now, is it too late to, for that, if you want to do that $2, whatever a foot, I mean,
I don't think
Is
we
it
can
too
get it
lait?
implemented in time.
I was gonna say where the,
That's why I said,
Well,
we
it's
just take a
fall.
year off, try and talk to our residents about it and say, hey, this is what and try and sell like, hey, we're running out of time and their backs against the wall.
The question I will have, and this might be more for Weston. So the shoulders on Highway 19, those are all a recycled asphalt shoulder. Basically, they came in, milled it up, laid it back down, shot it with oil.
That's pretty much what they did on this street too, though. Going on town, I thought, isn't it? It was like
Going south out of
Going
town.
south,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
They reclaimed it.
They reclaimed it.
They
it's
just-
called like a cold door or something like.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was. That
Special
was
machine, they put some polymers in, they grind it, basically it goes through the machine, but they mix the polymers back into it and place it back down.
And then they overlaid it afterwards too.
Oh, they did. Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Because when Julie had got the rubber on her tires, there's multiple people in town that
Oh, gosh, yeah.
the crack sealant from them grinding was
Mhm.
up and showing. Well, it
They had to
stuck to
overlay it.
people's tires. Well, it only lasted a couple days and then all that was gone.
No.
But they basically just brought in a mill, buried it, milled through it, bladed it, reshaped the road,
Mhm.
and then let cars drive on it to give them a good base and then overlaid it. But what my thought is on some of these really bad streets, because the shoulders on 19 aren't, I mean, it ain't gonna be a long fix. But is that doable to where you grind it up, basically put a chip seal on top of it,
Add some oil to it.
add oil to it?
I don't know. It seems like you'd have to do an awful lot to make it worth paying someone to come in and mobilizing in
So who's gonna come and do it? Who's
to
gonna want to
do
do it?
something like that, where that's more like, that's a process,
Yeah.
where if you just mill the edges and do a 2-inch overlay, that's something that we can pay for.
Yeah.
And that will give you, maybe another 10 years on that street, just doing that. But
Well,
And the price of fuel, or the price of oil, I mean, if the price of oil would go down to $2 a gallon or whatever, you know,
Mm-hmm.
a barrel of oil would go down, the asphalt would come down. You know, right now everything's so damn expensive with prices. But I don't know what else we're gonna do, other than pull the chip seal or the slurry seal for next year, because we just don't have
that's
the
all we're
funds
gonna
to
have
pay
to do
for it.
right now. I mean,
And then we'll just do crack seal, between crack sealing and just fixing whatever we need to fix. We'll focus more on the crack sealing probably than the fixing the street next year.
so what do we want to move that number to?
Well,
Streets, one-
basically subtract 100,000 out of it.
That's what I was gonna say, 142,
142,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
460.
460.
And that will give us what?
And then we've got a little, should have about $4,000.
Yeah, that'll give us
sitting there.
4,000.
Roughly just over 4.
Positive balance.
Yeah, positive balance of 4,016
4,016.
is what I'm getting.
Like I said, too, after the end of this year, the development group might know where it's gonna be standing at, and if this thing goes through, they don't need the 25. And if they decide to close, they don't need the 25. But I mean, we need to keep it there for now,
Yeah. Yeah.
so, you know. Well, let's just hope on
Which-
that.
Yeah, which then opens up another nightmare of all those streets to crack
Yeah, but you
seal
get-
and chip seal
But
and,
you get all the, we'll be getting all the excise tax and sales tax of that coming in.
yeah.
That's where Crooks is seeing the benefits is that, and then they went and annexed all that stuff to the interstate now. Now they're collecting all the sales tax on all that stuff. You gotta figure out your utilities and all that stuff they're collecting.
Do you collect sales tax on utilities?
You get sales tax on all the utilities.
Shouldn't.
I didn't think it
Should.
was.
Yeah, I don't think you can.
It's not a good that's.
Well, the thing is, it's like, you know, I'm just gonna use the ready mix as an example.
Yeah.
Unless they pour in Colton,
Yeah, but you're not getting the sales tax, but I'm like, your utility.
it's the same thing. We got Sioux Valley.
Yeah.
So unless Crooks has their own plant or
Well,
they
they do have
They
their
got
own,
their
they got
own
own gas.
have their own gas now, so they can get sales tax off of that. But that'd be about it. Other than the new Casey's going up, but I'm sure you're just,
But all
You know,
that-
Robin-
all that building though, that you're gonna collect on that too, though. You collect on,
only if Colton Lumberyard supplies the lumber
no, all that stuff that comes into your community, you're gonna collect.
to a point. I mean,
You got your capital investment that's coming into your community, you collect that.
Them apartments they're putting up are pretty cool.
Yeah,
but like the actual sale of it,
because I mean, where do you think, I mean, it goes back to the thing was like, you know, Colt lumber, where do you think the sales tax is going on that? If they're shipping it out, they're not just not paying it.
they don't pay a Colton sales tax. They still pay the 4% or 4.5% state.
But you should have to still pay.
You don't,
If it's not, if
But
the
you,
invoice doesn't say Colton on it.
yep,
Yeah.
you don't
There is
pay
no-
it.
no, I know
Colton
you don't
sales
pay that.
tax.
But you should still,
We're not getting it.
I mean, the state receives money from them.
yeah.
It's the same thing. If I go and buy Menard's house and Menard's delivers it to Colton, I don't pay Sioux Falls sales tax.
You pay what it says on the invoice.
Well,
I pay the 4%
you'd have to
state.
specify that though.
Yeah.
It has to be billed to.
I know I know
Colton.
for sure the one thing that you do collect is any internet sales. You do get that because that passed with a long time ago with Amazon. So any online sales goes to your community.
Yes, online sales. Yep.
Well, I'm supporting it very well.
I mean, and I think that's where Colton hurts the most is we don't have a lot of in-town businesses.
No.
Right.
Everything is shipped out, Colton Lumberyard, Ready Mix. Koopman, the egg center. I mean, everything gets delivered. So really we got the bar, Dollar General, and
Classic one.
Classic. I wanted to say Daybreak.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I say that still.
It's hard not to say it.
You know, so I mean, really our in-town sales is what's hurting us.
I'm gonna pull up,
I think it's sign design.
Yeah, sign design if they don't deliver,
Yep.
but majority of their
Yeah.
business is delivered.
I'll pull up for comparison. So last year in June, $20,016 in sales tax revenue. This June was 19,227.
So $800 less.
Crooks went from $32,836 to $137,759.
What did they get in Crooks that they all of a sudden got sales tax?
They went
I
up
think it's all the
165%
buildings,
from
they're
second
putting up
quarter
all the
last year.
apartments. and
That's why I
all
said
the
you
houses
get
that are
somewhat of
being
that
built.
capital investment of the little buildings going in.
That's what I think it is. They got them 4 apartments, they got all the new houses to the west.
Anytime one of those is sold, I suppose, or there's tax, you're gonna pay tax.
Right. I think that's
Casey's
where they're
got
getting their
built.
Big boom.
Maybe.
What else have they, that's all they've been doing. I mean, they haven't done anything else. They haven't changed anything else in Crooks.
Just Casey's in the store or the school.
Same
School
thing,
would
just right
have been-
on,
That's
right.
just
been there
quarters,
for
second
years.
quarter
Yeah,
last year
but-
to
But I mean, you
2025.
know, like Casey, I mean, you're robbing Peter to pay Paul there. Cause it's either
Well,
coming from the
Look at how
pumping
many,
stuff or,
how many homes have sold in that town just in the last
Right.
6 months.
So it's right there. So they're just right here, go side by side and just permits right here, building permits,
Mhm.
which Don's probably doing a really good job keeping track of that. So I mean, $2.7 million in valuation. We're at 191,000. So,
Those apartments are probably a big one. Those homes are all
and you
$500,000
put it this way, there's
homes.
they only had 22 permits and we had 7. So,
but, you know, I figured it out one time when I knew the calculation.
if you guys want to see
Yeah.
the numbers at all.
If every house in that development was a $500,000 house, the city would get 36,000. You know, yeah, from the taxes.
Mhm. Yeah.
I mean, it's not a huge,
no, but
it's
adds up
30,
fast.
yeah,
10 houses at $36,000 a pop.
36,000 for the whole development
Oh, gotcha.
at a $500,000 house.
Oh, for property taxes.
Yes.
Yes. But there's the sales tax for the sale of home.
I guess I don't know how that works.
Permit.
What's that? The building permit and,
See where you can get your money to, like I always say, your property tax will only just maintain what you have. You want to do more of that, you need the sales tax.
Yep.
Sales tax will actually get you to do things and help you improve quality of life.
the more
You're
stores
just-
you have, the better.
You're just surviving.
Business in town.
You're just surviving on sales tax, our property tax.
We could fill in some of these buildings here with active businesses, you know. That would be huge.
That's always been the problem with Colton. It's a bedroom community though.
But it can be done. You just gotta we gotta set up the right environment for it to happen.
It can be done, but
That deal at the, we were gonna, at the search building, that would have been perfect. Hitting place or whatever.
Oh, yeah, indoor sports facility.
Something like that.
Yep.
That'd be- there's a huge benefit, huge need for that.
oh, it is.
So, okay. Is there any other, I mean, for right now, I guess that's probably the biggest change that we just need to make. I mean, everything else is pretty much set in stone. I mean, there's not much we can change.
Yeah. That's kind of what when I was looking through it, a lot of it is this is how much it just costs.
Like our revenues, I mean, we get some donations every year, but it's never a set amount.
Well, that and you know, if inflation goes up, people are gonna buy less, so you're gonna get less in sales tax. I mean, it's just the way it is. Like right now, the DOT is struggling, that they had to cut, I don't remember how many millions of dollars worth of projects because people quit buying new vehicles. Just the way it is. People aren't driving.
You can't afford them.
Yeah, you can't afford them.
Between that and the gas prices.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right now.
People aren't
going.
traveling. I mean, it's the way it is. I mean,
That said, we're gonna strike slurry seal 100,000 out of highways and streets, which will give us a total appropriation. And that would be 691, 976, 92, correct? Am I correct on? We just did, we should track the 4,000 off of that, right?
Yeah.
Which would give us total means of finance at 638.
And we don't have to pass anything today, it's just
No.
our,
No,
First reading.
but.
what did you have?
it's not even our first reading. It's
Total
just-
appropriations is,
Then we got time.
$691,676.92.
No, it should be 634.
Yeah, I was gonna say should be
634,083.22.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I went the wrong way in the math there.
Yep.
Six.
Yeah.
34. $83.22.
Mhm.
So then I noticed in our other packet you had, do we need to budget for animal control?
I got to be, I mean, we have the Humane Society that comes up, so we don't have to budget separately for that.
But we do need a budget for the Humane Society.
Yeah, that's in there.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that's
It's,
in
it's just on
Yeah,
the, okay.
like, his is split out into like 10 different departments instead of being
Well,
public works, so.
And I'm,
Waterways didn't need to be separate, and animal control didn't need to be separate.
I am gonna find someone to, I need to talk to with the sheriffs, and if that's going to be now that Josh Phillips or if there's a captain I need to talk to. I mean, we're paying 36,000 for
Nothing.
them to do their paperwork.
Sit up here and do their paperwork is
Yeah.
what they're doing.
I mean, regardless, they have to come up here for an emergency if there's,
Mhm.
I'm not saying that I want to cut, but do we cut? Okay, well,
Do we cut some hours?
cut some hours. If you guys are just gonna come up there, we're just gonna then pay you to do your paperwork. So I would figure out who I need to talk to with the, county.
Well, and what we should ask for is, what's the hourly rate?
Cause I don't have a problem paying for the 36,000 if we were getting.
$36,000 worth of tickets.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, you know,
Well, just tell you this, Matt, too, we've had instances with like some vandalism and,
Yes.
and not break-ins, but
Going
just
through
trespassing.
vehicles.
And it's like pulling teeth, and they're like, well, I'm like, no, we want to pursue it. Well, like, no,
They don't want to do it.
we don't want this to reoccur, so let's go.
Yeah, what is,
Hourly rate this year was $45, and it's increasing to $46.44.
so that rate's gonna go up.
yeah,
No, that.
That's-
Dollar
she's-
44.
She's got it figured out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's already in, okay.
Yeah.
So
How many hours do we have now?
40, right?
oh, they're here like 70,
I think it's like
Oh, yeah, it's
60, 70 hours a month, isn't it?
68, 70, something like that is what they're
Yeah,
here.
usually at 76, yeah, what was I thinking?
Something like that.
And that's a month.
Mhm.
I mean, I bet they'll write just as many tickets if they had 10 hours a month. I mean, the only thing nice is having their presence in town.
Yeah, but on the wrong days.
I know,
yeah.
and
Tuesdays
wrong
and
time.
Sunday mornings.
Sunday mornings,
Yeah.
they have cops here, which they could just well stay home, as far as I'm concerned, unless people are speeding to church or something.
We're a bedroom community. I'd rather have patrol time when we're not here.
rather have them here at night when there's people running around town that shouldn't
Yeah,
be.
and that's what I mean. We don't need you when we are here.
They need to be here at like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. People are getting home.
4:30.
We should see this road in the morning though, at like 6:30.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep. Morning and night.
No north commuters, I mean, they just fly.
Oh, God.
They fly right through town, boy.
I know. There's been times I've been standing out there on a Friday morning and I was like, I wish I had a chunk of wood. I wish I had a chunk of wood because I'd drop it right in the street and walk.
Hmm?
It's ridiculous.
That's one, just a breakdown of what a track.
You know, as much as I want to throw speed bumps out there, I know they'll cause damage to the road.
Yeah. Is there any more that you want to add to this, Don, at all?
Nope.
Is there anybody else that wants to add anything to this?
Yeah, I guess I didn't see anything that was out of the norm. I mean, probably one of the more complete budgets I've seen in a long
Oh,
time.
good job, Don.
Yeah, very good job.
Good job.
Less
Don.
stressful on us. I mean, it's stressful trying to figure out money, but less stressful of like not being confused on, okay, where is this actually at?
The trainings that I go to in this finance school, it really helped, so.
No,
You should
you're-
go
So-
through that line by line and be like,
Yeah.
oh, let's cut it back 50
So,
or. Yeah.
What's the difference between parks and recreation? Because you got one for 81 and one for 44.
Recreation is the pool, parks is
Okay.
park and ball field.
Which we might have to look at some stuff next year.
Yeah,
with
I
the-
was looking through.
We might have to look at just,
For the turf,
well,
right?
well, yeah, I mean, that, I'm not gonna count on a whole lot of funds on that. And honestly, I think any funds that we come with that, that's gotta go into its own protection for maintenance on that turf, you know.
Hmm.
We're just gonna have to reevaluate maybe some stuff next year with like just pool lifeguards and salaries on how we do it and
Just the concession stand, how much products that we ordered. We don't need 50 items for people to choose from. It's a concession stand.
Right.
no, and then I'm gonna cut it down, like, there's only needs to be one kid in the concession stand. I mean, there's times that there was like 3 in there, and it's like, no, we don't.
Did you have any final numbers from the pool proceeds this summer? I don't know
They're
if they had
loose
that.
because I think I still have a cash bag out there.
Okay.
I just got it.
So you haven't gone and looked at all that, see where it was at yet?
But I can't find my stack of stuff here.
That's fine. I was just genuinely curious.
I don't know that we.
Sales were up over last year. Were they?
The pool overall looked like it was.
I was
Yeah.
really busy. Well,
this year
good
than
Lord, it
last
was
year.
90 some degrees for a month
Right.
straight. I
Well,
mean,
the thing is like, right now, we're getting, so the Crooks Child Care Center's coming up and using the pool. We got the Crooks Blast coming up and using the pool. We got Baltic, which, and they're paying for it. We're not paying for it anymore. Or splitting it or anything like that. Try and push them to be like, well, do you guys really want it? But the crazy thing about it is we got a Hartford Child Care that's coming up and using our pool.
Versus using Hartford's.
That's weird.
That is.
And
I think
Well-
it's because the Hartford one it's so busy.
And it's expensive.
Yes, and it's about
And I
double
think,
the
and I
amount to
think
get into Hartford.
we allow like kids to wear life jackets where they do not.
Oh,
They're very strict there.
In which I guess I'm not. And I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on it. I guess I don't understand why you won't let a child wear a life jacket.
I'd rather they have a life jacket.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know if it's in it. Like I could get them behind if you got a life jacket on, you're not going off the diving board. I mean, we can say something like that, you know. But
but even there, I mean, you gotta let kids play.
yeah,
And if them jumping off the diving board with a life jacket means our lifeguard ain't jumping in the water after one, it's well worth it to me.
no, I know. I'm saying where do you to the fact of like why wouldn't you let a child
Yeah.
wear a life? Or is it because jumping in could do
Chemicals,
something?
the pool versus lake. Only thing I can think
Well,
of.
That's the only thing I can think of
abundance
too,
our
would be
own
like, we're
life
worried
jackets
about
up
being
there.
contaminated or
But we
from
have
a
our-
lake or.
Well, we have our own life jackets up there.
Oh, okay.
I just drug them all inside
So,
a couple days ago. They're probably 15.
you know what I mean? So it's not like they're
Okay.
coming off the lake
Oh.
and all that stuff,
No,
so.
yeah, no, they're clean.
So one other question, budget wise, how's our equipment?
The dump truck's probably in the worst shape, with the frames rusted out. And so we just keep kind of squeaking by with it. And then the payloader's got, I don't know, almost 3,000 hours on it, I guess. So that's gonna be something at some point.
Cause I think we also need to look at that. I mean, dump truck wise, we could probably get something used, cause you don't use that a lot, do you?
What, is it just beneficial to go look at a lease program on a payloader?
I can check the state.
Instead of buying one outright?
I know,
we have
I
a
should
surplus
talk to
of-
Howard. Cause they get a skid loader, and granted it ain't a payloader. They get a skid loader out of, I believe, Salem. The dealer there, and they basically, yeah, they pretty much just let them use it. Or it's a pretty cheap lease.
That's what I'm saying. Instead of doing that,
It's cheap.
probably cheaper than, the thing is like,
You,
owning
they
equipment.
can buy it. What's that?
$100 a month, $500.
I bet it's less than that.
Owning equipment's expensive,
Buying equipment's expensive.
but I mean,
Yep.
just owning it is
Right.
expensive, so.
We've thrown around the ideas of just renting like rollers for doing asphalt instead of owning them.
So obviously I'm in the rental world, and there's more people, more businesses every year turning to rental, just because the cost of replacing that piece of equipment is so much. Parts are getting more expensive. A lot of these dealers are not stocking much for parts. So then if you do have a break, you call for it. No, we don't have that one. We have to
Order it,
order it
and
in.
it's 3 weeks out.
And it could be, yeah, it could very well be a week out, 2 weeks out, or they say, yeah, we'll overnight it. And then now you're paying $400 or $500 to have it overnighted. It's a nightmare. So,
Or those parts are discontinued.
Yeah.
The damn thing's only 7 years old.
Well, and then, we talked about surplus in that jetter,
Made
right,
about
too?
22,000
We got,
What is that?
22,000 on the pool.
for the pool.
Yeah.
And spent
We got
probably
a
that
jetter.
on concession supplies.
That old jetter in the shop that we never use.
that's
Oh,
crazy.
speaking of that, do we own part of that?
But we also got them a couple
Sewer
of
machine that-
umbrellas this year.
Didn't we have didn't we buy or something?
We got a
They're not
jetter.
repeat things.
A jetter, but I thought we had but part of didn't Del Rapids, or I thought we had something, whatever it was with the sewer machine.
Had a mosquito spraying machine with Baltic for a while. We bought their share out.
Oh, Baltic did?
We did. We bought, because Baltic wanted to buy a new one, so we bought their share out because the city was half and half with it. For the spraying mosquitoes. I used to have to drive over there and get it. once a
We,
week.
from my understanding is that jetter we bought from Dell's, which is, I believe, a sewer jetter.
Yes.
For jetting out sewer lines.
Yep.
But I think the last time we looked at it was a
57 or something.
yeah, it's old. And if, I mean,
Tank's kind of rotten in it, and every time I haven't used it now in probably 8 years, but when I used to try and use it, I'd make it 50 feet up the line, and the tips would be so plugged with rust that I couldn't use it.
and those jetter lines aren't cheap.
so that being said, make a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
Motion from Drew. Second,
Second.
second from Bunger. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Being adjourned,
Who made the motion to adjourn?
I did. And what did you need to sign? The amendment?
Oh, off the record.
Take them
Means we're adjourned.
some, like ag tech, or they rent
Hold on.
Record.
and the guy said, he told him,